Hi, I welcome you back to this channel Technical Drawing Masterclass. Today we are going to look at how we can draw this internal elevation of this kitchen layout plan. So if you really want to know the steps that I followed up to come to this, please stick with me until the end of this video such that you get to know all the steps I followed up to draw this internal elevation. So let's get started and I show you how exactly you can go over it. So as you can see right here, I have to first select my layer for walls. Then I'll also make my command for auto mode selected, all activated. Then I'll click at the line command. First pan this one right here. Then I'll draw a horizontal line. The reason as to why I'll make my command for auto mode active is to enable me to draw perfectly horizontal or vertical lines. Yeah, if it's not selected, you find that your lines will be not perfectly horizontal, you get. Yeah, so to make them perfectly horizontal or vertical, you have to select it. So I'll highlight it, then I'll click at the offset command. Then I'll offset it at a distance of 150. Then still I'll offset this line here at a distance of 100 millimeters. That's for the skirting. Then I'll offset another line from this point up to this point at a distance of 800 millimeters. Then from there I'll offset another one from this point up to this point, and that distance is 600 millimeters. Then also from this point up to this point, it's 900 millimeters if you add this 450 plus this 450. So I'll give it an offset of 450, then another offset of 450. Then also you discover that the distance from the top edge of the upper storage units to the soffit of the slab, it's 400, then the slab thickness is 200. So from this line here, I'll offset 400, then the slab thickness, I'll give it 200. Okay, so after that still I'll use the line command. I'll draw it vertically like that. I'm able to achieve this vertical line perfectly drawn at 90 degrees when my auto mode is active. I told you that before. So I'll select or click at the offset command. Then I'll offset this line at a distance of 150 millimeters. That's the thickness of the wall. The distance between this wall and the door, I have to first confirm it, right? So I'll click at this linear command, then I'll place my cursor at that point, then also at that point. So you can see that it's 2350. So this is the same distance I'm going to transfer right here. So I'll click or highlight this line, I'll click at the offset command, then I'll put in 2350 millimeters. Then this one, I'll give it a thickness of 150. Okay, so after that I'm going to highlight each and everything. Then I'll select my trim command, then I'll trim off those upper lines the aligns this side and also these ones and also those ones. So still I'll trim off these lines, also that one, also this one and that one. Then I'll trim off that one, that one, that one and that one. The reason as to why I have not trimmed off this one, we still need it. You press escape. So after that I'll highlight this line, then I'll offset it at a distance of 100 millimeters. So the reason as to why I've offsetted it at a distance of 100, I want to achieve this offset right here, because if we measure it, it's equivalent to 100 millimeters. So right here I'll highlight this line, then I'll offset it at a distance of 875 millimeters. Then I'll do the same thing this side. Then after that, this is the distance I've offsetted. Yeah, so in the middle we have 600. Let's prove it right here. Yeah, it's 600. So after that, I'll highlight this line and that line and this line. I'll select my layer for my command for trim, and I'll simply trim off those lines. Then I'll press escape. So after that, I'll highlight this line, then I'll offset it at a distance of 20. Then I'll offset these lines all at a distance of 20. Just keep watching and you'll get to know the reason as to why I'm offsetting it at a distance of 20. So when you're done, I want to get a line in the middle of this lower storage unit. So to achieve that one, I'll employ my calculator, then I'll put in 875 divided by 2, so it will give me 437.5. So I'll highlight this line, then I'll offset it at a distance of 437.5. Then I'll offset it from also this other side. Yeah, so I'll simply highlight this line and also that line, that line, and that line. Okay, so I'll click at the trim command, then I'll trim off those lines. Then after that, I'll click at this line, then still I'll offset it at a distance of 20. Okay, so when you're done, simply highlight each and everything inside here, then you select the trim command. Then you simply trim these lines that are protruding out, such that you can achieve the perfect upper and lower storage units. And so when you're done with the trimming, you simply press the escape key at the keyboard. Then I'll highlight those lines, then also this line right here. Then I'll simply delete them. So after that, remember that the distance between this line and this line is 600. You can prove it right here. Yeah, it's 600. So if I want a middle line right here, I'll simply offset that line at a distance of 300. So I'll press escape, I highlight that line, then I'll offset it at a distance of 20 this side and also 20 this side. So I'll simply highlight these lines. Then I'll click at the trim command. So when you're done, you click at the line command, but then I'll use this center line. Then I'll click at this point right here. Then I'll click also at the midpoint of this other line, which is right here. Then I'll transfer it to this other point. Then I'll highlight these two lines. I'll click at the mirror command. Then I'll simply mirror it this side. Then I'll hit no. So I'll highlight these four lines. Then I'll use the copy command. Then I'll simply transfer it right here. Since this storage unit is of equal dimensions with this, so the panels right here, they will be of the same dimensions with the panels right here. Okay, so still I'll do the same thing right here. So when you're done with putting these lines, we have to copy this cooker this side. Yeah, so I'll simply highlight it Then I'll click at the copy command. Then I'll simply click at that point and I transfer it right here. So if you're accurate enough, this cooker has to fit in this space. Okay, so right now I'm going to put the grid lines, yeah, but then I'm going to just copy them from this elevation right here to this point, such that I don't make the video too long. So I'll highlight these tags, then also I'll highlight those grid lines, then I'll click at the copy command. I'll click at that edge, then I'll also click at this edge right here. So as you can see, they are perfectly positioned in the way I want them. So next I'm going to put the levels, yeah. So still I'll just copy them. I'll click at the copy command, then from this point right here I'll transfer them right here. Yeah, so after that I have this ceiling mold. It's a cornice, so I'll just have to highlight it. But then if you have two surfaces that are close to each other, maybe you have a hatch with a line and you highlight this line, in most cases if your selection cycling command is active, AutoCAD will always provide you with these options, yeah. So if you want to select the hatch, you simply click at the option for the hatch. If you want to select the line, you simply click at the option for the line, yeah. So for me, I want to select the line, so I'll always do the same thing. But this is possible if your selection cycling is active. You just need to be careful not to select the hatch. So when you're done, I'll select my command for copy, then I'll simply copy it to this new elevation. Okay, so we are going to put some hatch. So I'll select my layer for hatch. I'll click at the hatch command and I wait for it to load. When it opens up, I'll select this command for concrete, then I'll give it a scale of 10. So I'll put in the hatch for the slab and the beam, yeah, and also here I'll put in this hatch for the oversight concrete, yeah. I'll press escape, still I'll click at the hatch command, then I'll select that solid fill and I'll simply put it here. Then after that, still using the hatch command, I'll use this one for the sand. Then I'll put it right here and also there. I'll press escape. Then I'll use this hatch command for these wall tiles. So I'll give it a scale of 1000. So you can see that they appear to be the same as these ones. So next, I'm going to put some text. Yeah. So I'll select my layer for text right there. So I'll click at the leader command. Yeah. So I have to change this one to standard. Then I'll click at this button, set to current, then close. So when you click there, it's what I have right here. Yeah, this is the kind of leader I wanted to use. So I'll simply click there, then I put in high level storage units. So I'll give this text a height of 100 millimeters. I'll stretch it out. Yeah, so I'll simply copy this to this and also to that. So I'll move this one a little bit up there like that. Then I'll edit this one to wall tiles to architect's approval. I'll stretch it out to that point. Then I'll edit this one to low level storage units. Then also I'll name the skirting. I'll put in 100 millimeters thick skirting to floor finish schedule. then I'll highlight it, then I give it a height of 100. Then I'll click at this arrow kind of shape, then I'll simply drag it outside the drawing, then I'll double click at it, then I'll try to shorten it to fit within the parameters of the drawing, such that it's not too long. So if it's too long, you'll face difficulties when you're putting it on paper. Yeah. So next I'm going to put the dimensions, but before I put the dimensions, we shall copy this, the name of the drawing. I'll use the polar tracking, then I'll just place it right here. Okay, so I'm going to put the dimensions, so I'll select the layer for dimensions, then I'll use this linear command. If you're using annotative kind of dimension style, make sure that every dimension that you put on a drawing is in accordance with the scale at which you're going to plot that drawing on paper. Yeah, so here I'm using 1 to 50. So I can see here the current scale is 1 to 100. So I have to use to make it 1 to 50. Yeah, so I'll make 1 to 50 my current scale, then I'll click at the linear command, then I'll click right there up to that point. Yeah, then I'll select continue dimension up to that point. So after that, still I'll repeat the same procedure. That's 100. So if you happen to get this scenario whereby these dimensions are intersecting, you simply highlight these dimensions, then you click at the move command, then you slightly move them this side. Yeah, such that the person who is on site doing the construction is not confused. Yeah, so when you're done with putting the dimensions, as you can see that we have the same drawing as this one. Yeah, so right now I can see that we have come to the end of this video. So if you have really found something of helpful and it has added value to you, please, you can share this kind of video to friends and relatives that feel like they are in need of this kind of content. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel, such that you can always get notified whenever we upload this kind of content. I'd forgotten to put the door, but I've put it there. So I use the rectangle command for the case of the video. This is it for this video. In the next video, I'll be showing you another internal elevation. So just make sure that you hit that subscribe button, then also comment if there is anything I've left behind or I've not talked about. Let me know in the comment section. Then thanks for watching. We'll meet next time.